Welcome to Speedy Walkthroughs, where we show just the important stuff to beating the game. For first time viewers, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It'll show just the essentials so you don't need to spend a long time watching this video. Today we're playing Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge, and we're going to be getting 100% completion. Just before we get stuck into it, if you do find this useful, please consider subscribing to keep up to date as it helps out the channel a whole bunch. So once you start out the game, you're going to watch this cutscene and Mumbo will transform you back into the past. You end up in Spiral Mountain. So our first task is to go around and collect a whole bunch of notes in this area. We can talk to this guy, which is basically bottles from the original game, and he'll just give us a bit of info, but then we just need to go around and start collecting these notes past him. So you'll have 10 notes to learn this move here, and this is a move that can help you whack these little bramble things next to the Jinjo there, and you just grab the Jinjo. Then keep working your way around collecting these notes here. And you can whack any of these that you see. That one has an empty honeycomb piece in it. The empty honeycomb pieces are generally used to increase your maximum health a bit later on, so keep that in mind for after. Then we're going to go into Jiggy's temple just by slamming that switch there. And we can go up and grab that Jiggy in front of him, and then he'll invite us to go down here and activate this. That unlocks the very first level in the game, so that's where we're going to head now. There we go. And we're into Cliff Farm. So we can talk to this guy here. So he teaches us how to swim underwater because we've got enough notes to do that. And then you can just go around collecting these notes here, whacking any enemies that you come across. Now here you can dive underwater. From memory, I think it's like the R button to go under. And you might notice there are air bubbles under the water there. You can use those to restore your air. Keep going around getting these notes here, and you're going to learn another move. This is a move to climb up these ladders that we're seeing here, and collecting these notes again. There's a little Jinjo down there that we can grab, and we can talk to this person, and then we're going to go into this little slide minigame. In this minigame, you essentially just want to avoid all these spiky things and grab all the eggs, and then once you get to the end of it, you'll have a Jiggy. So you want to climb up this little ladder to get towards the Jiggy here, and then just grab it and make your way forward. You got some notes to grab around here, and then you keep climbing the ladders and climbing across. You can just slam those with your pack to get the Jiggy in there. Alright, next we've got another little lake, so we'll head underwater here, and we can grab the notes along the way as well as the Jinjo. And then we can head up into Farm Heights. Alright, so we talk to this person. And then we can just go around collecting some more notes here. With that, we're going to start collecting the little baby chickens, so just keep your eye out for whenever I grab those. There's one by here. And now we can learn another move. This move is the roll, so if you roll into that switch, it'll spawn some notes, and roll's going to be pretty useful for us. So here we can roll into this switch, and that turns on the Grunty pad, and then if we go into the Grunty pad here, we get to our first Klungo fight. So with Klungo, you're just going to have to wait for his shield to go down, and once his shield's gone down, you can just roll into him. That's how you beat this fight here. Alright, once Klungo leaves, he's going to leave a Mumbo token and a Jiggy behind, so just grab both of those. And then we're just going to head out of this area. You can jump up on top of the roof here to get a honeycomb. So there it is. And then we'll go into Mumbo's pad. So Mumbo will transform us into a little rat rodent thing. One of the first things we're going to do is go back to the boss area here and into this little hole. And then grab a Jinjo behind there. And we can head out. And then we just head over to the right here. We can grab a baby chicken on the way, but we can crawl into this door. So grab the notes on the top here, fall down the hole, and then we can work our way around. I remember this section being pretty hard on the Gameboy because it was hard to see what you were doing, but if you're playing it on like an emulator or something, it'd be a lot easier to see. Alright, once you got that Jiggy, just head out here. We can grab some extra notes with the little rodent as well as another chicken. But we're basically done at this point, so we're just going to head back into Mumbo's pad and transform back by talking to Mumbo. Alright, with Banjo out, we're just going to head to the right here, and we got this little sheep minigame. This is like fishing, you just got to fish for sheep. I think you can hold A for longer to cast your rod further, so just keep that in mind as you're trying to get the sheep here. Alright, once you've done that, you'll get a Jiggy, so just jump down in front of the minigame and grab that. And then we can jump into this water. There's a little Jinjo there that we can grab, and there's just notes all the way around that we can start getting. There's the last chicken up on the little ledge there, as well as a Jiggy, and a few more notes to grab. Once we've done this, we just want to swim back through the water the same way we came. And then you can jump up here. Alright, so if we talk to this person, they're going to be very happy. Give us a Jiggy there, and then we can head out of this area. We're pretty much done. Alright, so you just fall down this ledge here and you can grab some notes. And we got a Jinjo. So now we've got 5 Jinjos. It's actually going to spawn a Jiggy in front of this Jinjo statue. That's near the start of the level. So you just keep going through collecting notes. Now here you just want to roll under that guy so he slams down and then pack whack him. We can grab a Jiggy there. And we got 100 notes. So in each level you're expecting to get 100 notes as your total, and you're also expecting 10 Jiggies. So once you got that in each level, you'll know that you're pretty much done. There's other stuff like honeycombs and everything too, but the notes and Jiggies are the only thing tracked on the total screen. Although we'll be getting everything in the footage here. Alright, so we just go to Jiggy Wiggy to open the next level. And we can climb these vines to get up. We couldn't get up here before because we didn't have the climb move. You'll notice that I got 3 out of 2 honeycombs. That means that we could go into Honeybee's hive there and get some more health if you'd like to. But for now I don't need the health right away, so I'm not going to bother doing it. Just keep in mind that's an option. If you want to get more health, you just go to that area with the honeycombs. That Jiggy switch I'd really like to hit now, but we don't have the right moves to get the Jiggy yet, so we're going to have to leave it. We will climb up the vines here and we're going to head to the second level. You might also be noticing, if you're familiar with the Banjo-Kazooie series, that we haven't got Kazooie. We're actually going to get Kazooie in this level. Alright, so work your way down this beach, just grabbing any notes that you come across. And any shells that you come across. There's a little dolphin here who we all want to talk to. And the dolphin's asking us to dive down there and check it out. So that's what we'll do. Once you're underwater, you can just keep grabbing these notes here. And with those little seaweed things that you swim through, you'll have to adjust your height sometimes to get through. So if you're not getting through right away, just be aware that's how you manage those. Be sure to top up on air whenever you can. It's pretty easy to run out down here. Again, adjusting your height to get through the little gaps in the seaweed there. And there's a Jiggy in the ship. Now this bit's a bit counterintuitive. You can actually swim down into the ship after grabbing the Jiggy and there's more stuff inside. So just be aware, if you're missing something in this level, that's probably what it is. Alright, so we're out of the water now. We're just going to grab some more notes along the beach. And a little Jinjo to grab over there. Alright, now we can head into this area, which is Grunty's quarry. So just moving up here, grabbing the notes. And you can pack whack that switch to turn on the Grunty pad. And that'll send us into the fight. This is actually where we're going to get Kazooie back. So you just want to make your way through the fight here. So Grunty will charge at you and then become vulnerable after a little while, so you just go through that a few times. And then Grunty will fly and try and squash you, but then will become vulnerable after a while, so you just need to do that a few times. Once you've done all that, a Jiggy will spawn and you get Kazooie. So you want to do this earlier rather than later if you can, because, well, Kazooie is quite useful to have. Kazooie has various moves and bits and pieces. So we'll just walk back out of here, grab that Jiggy that they dropped. And just head up onto this section. You can high jump up onto those little bits to grab the notes now. And we'll make our way out. Alright, we want to talk to this guy here to get another move. And that's eggs. So if we go up here, this ship will spawn. So basically you've just got to keep hitting the little pirate on the ship with the eggs. And a Jiggy will spawn there. Then go up here, we got another move to learn. And then we can go into here. So this is a little mini game here. You've just got to hold on to the treasure chest for as long as possible. And then when you win that, you get a Jiggy. We can head back up here, grab a few more notes that we didn't grab before, and another Jiggy on that platform. And we can't fit through that hole, so we can't do that quite yet, but we can head up here. Alright, so we've got another move to learn here. And that's basically a talon trot move, so it'll let us move quicker and go up steep slopes. So just heading up here now, and we can go into this. This is a slide thing, so just grab as many worms as you can. There's more worms on the slide than 20, so if you miss one, don't worry too much about it. Just try and get as many as you can. We got all the shells here, so we're going to come back to this guy and turn them in for a Jiggy. Now you might notice we haven't transformed in this level yet, so that's what we're going to do now. You actually want to turn into the rodent again here. And the rodent has to chew all the little Breegull things. I remember playing this game originally. I thought these all were Kazooie because I hadn't unlocked Kazooie yet, but they're not. They're just the same type of bird, I suppose. Alright, so we got 100 notes. And we've released all 6 Breegulls, so we're going to get the Jiggy for that. You can transform back into Banjo now. And the last Jiggy we need is just the Ginger one on the way out the level here. Once we got that, we can just head out. That's the level done. You've done this, you just high jump up. And there's a few bits and pieces to grab. You can high jump up to a Jiggy there. And you can fly across the mountain here and hit the switch. This is that switch we couldn't do before, but now that we have Talon Trot, we can easily make it to where the Jiggy is. And we can also high jump up to the Jiggy. You then want to go to Jiggy Wiggy and open the next level, which is going to be that one that we just walked past before. And at this point, I actually have enough Jiggies to open another level on top of that. So I will be doing that. Alright. Just heading to the left here, kind of back towards where this tree is, and into this. So, lots of high jumps, lots of Talon Trotting to get up to this area. If you're sliding down slopes, it's because you're not in Talon Trot. We're going to learn a new move here called Battery Eggs. And you can sort of shoot battery eggs into these areas here to get the honeycomb. And then if we come left here, got this whole area. Anything that has like a little number on the wall, you usually need to shoot battery eggs into, so just keep that in mind. Have them ready to go while you're on these platforms, and we get ourselves a Jiggy. Then heading back out and up. You want to go up the stairs here. And there's Ginger up there to grab. So there's some notes to grab in there. So by shooting the battery eggs in, we can now activate the Grunty fight. So we're going to come across Klungo here. Klungo will go invisible here. You just try and do your best at hitting Klungo. Again, just make sure the shield's actually down when you go to hit him. Alright, with Klungo beaten, he drops a Mumbo token and a Jiggy. So we're just going to head back down the stairs here. And out. There's a Jiggy on top of the roof here, so you just grab that, and then you can jump off the right hand side to learn another move. This move is like a super build drill ground pound kind of thing, so if you see any cracks on the ground, you'll tend to want to build drill those. That one's another one, for example. Now, these slime things, if they catch you, you have to rotate like just in circles on the D-pad over and over. I was so confused as a kid how to get out of the slime things, but that's how you do it. You just rotate in circles over and over, and they eventually let you go. There's one bit later on in the game where you absolutely have to do that to get past. It's like a Klungo fight, and that's where I got stuck playing this game as a kid. I think it says it in the manual or something, but yeah, just rotate with those. Another fishing minigame. Try and catch the fish, not the crabs. And we'll head up into this area here. Now that door there, we actually can't get through yet. But we're going to transform into a candle with Mumbo. And the candle still goes through this area here. Candle does have a roll attack, so be aware to use that if you need to. Light the candles in the way that I just lit them there, and you should get a G. And we'll head out. That's actually all we want to do with the candle for now. We'll transform back into Banjo. There is that door still in that area we can't open, but we need another transformation to get that. Alright, jumping over the tree there. And we got the 8th Jiggy and the 9th Jiggy. The 10th Jiggy is behind that door that we couldn't open before, but for now we're going to have to leave that level. We can't 100% that level yet until we get the new transformation. Jumping up here, we got some more notes. This would be a good time to stop in for health if you wanted it. High jump up here to grab these notes. And jumping across. We pick up some gold feathers, but we don't actually have the move for gold feathers yet. And we're going to head into here. So just head to the left here, and we'll grab another move. This move is the gold feathers, so that's very convenient. You can jump on top of that castle to grab yourself a coin. And you can jump down there to grab more notes and an empty honeycomb. Alright, moving up. You just want to sweep around this area grabbing notes. There's another move to learn here. So I believe that move is these pads here with like the shock spring. You jump into the chimney here. And you can get a G from killing those boxes. Alright, so once you got everything in there, just head out and you want to go along the rest of the roofs, hitting that gold feather switch there. So you can gold feather across here. It's a little bit weird, you can't just gold feather anywhere in this game, you have to have a switch. And then you want to hit the shock spring switch, so that'll get you up on top there to spawn a Jiggy. And then that Jiggy itself is on a timer as well, so you got to quickly zoom up and grab it. Underneath here, you want to talk to this guy. And then we can kill all the birds to make this ice cream guy come out. You give us some ice cream. And you can actually go up onto this roof here. So you grab some notes around this bed area and jump up there to grab a Jinjo, then just head back out. Now we got another move to learn here. Now these are essentially like the ice eggs. So just go up here and we need to ice egg that bit to unlock the boss fight, so we'll go into that. You just got to shoot the weak spots on Grunty here. I think they're red are the weak spots. Once you've done that, we'll spawn a Mumbo token and a Jiggy. So with the Mumbo token in hand, we can head to Mumbo and transform into an octopus. This is a new transformation that we just unlocked. And with the octopus, we can sort of head out and make our way down here. We grab the Jinjo and a few notes, head down this little passage where you're swimming. Grab a Jiggy. And another Jiggy. Go and talk to this one who is related to the other one that we talked to before. Remember, if you get caught by those slimes, just rotate in circles, you should be alright. Alright, heading back, and we're going to turn back to the mouse this time. So go left here and you can enter the sandcastle. Now this is like a little maze in the sandcastle. There's a few notes to grab on the ground first, but you just want to keep hitting the switches. As you hit switches, they'll tend to spawn bridges around the place, like that one there. And then you can go up on the little ramp to get across. But I think we need to spawn that extra switch there. So head up and then head across all the bridges that you've made at this point. Should be a Jiggy there for you to grab. And a little Jinjo to grab up there as well. So with that done, we're just going to head back and turn into Banjo. Banjo needs to high jump up here, get the shock spring pad up here. And just spawn essentially a whole big chain of shock spring pads. That's another Jiggy there to get. And we'll head back up. I actually need to turn into the rat again. So the rat has a few bits and pieces to do here. That probably would have been better to do all in one trip as the rat, but it's not too slow to just turn back into it if you need to. And I actually did forget to grab a coin behind the couch there, so just be aware of that. If you miss that coin, you want to just jump back in there and grab it. So now that you've got all 5 coins, you can open this little slide here and go down it. You're essentially racing that dude to get to the bottom. And when you get to the bottom, if you win, you spawn a Jiggy. You build draw through there to grab a Jinjo, and with that you get the Jinjo Jiggy as well. So you just head up to like the Jinjo statue through here, and there it is. Now I'm 5 notes short, and those 5 notes are behind that barrel there, so if you're missing notes, that's probably where they are. Alright, Shock Spring up to that Jinjo, and then Gold Feather up through here. Going to Shock Spring up these few bits and pieces, grabbing a Jiggy along the way. And then you can talk to this fella. And once you play this little mini game, grab a Jiggy from that. Should be 8 so far. Now here we can actually build draw next to this tree to pull the Jiggy down, which is wonderful. And I'm actually going to go and get all the health now, so I'm like real stocked up on health. Alright, we want to go and open the last level, which is sort of that top left one, Freezing Furnace. Climb up. This is actually near where the harbour was, in case you're wondering, just sort of up to the top left area of the map here. Alright, in this level we're going to go through, there's a move to learn right at the start. After you've learnt the move, that's Fire Eggs, you want to shoot Fire Eggs into that bit there. And then jump across the gap here. Just keep sweeping around, grabbing all the notes that you see me grab, and that Jinjo there. Inside here, we're just going to fall straight down. And you can grab the little gold from that vat there. You want to be stocking up on gold as you go, so I have 4 pieces of gold now. Right, with all the gold we get that little cutscene there. You build draw through here, and you have to spell Gruntilda. And this is part of the reason why I stocked up on health before, because I knew I'd be losing in this section. Alright, so once you've done that, you basically want to get some hectic egg shots off here, so you can shoot the ice egg across that little bit. And then Gold Feather through here, and you got the Grunty switch. Now this is a bit that I was talking about before. There will be slimes in this fight, and you do have to rotate the D-pad really quickly. So when they catch you, you just spin in circles over and over, and that will get rid of them. And this is a part that I could never figure out as a kid playing this game. But you take the little pad back, you Gold Feather 3, and you made your way out. Alright, talk to this person who has the gold. They'll put a Jiggy up there for you. Then head out. Got Fire Eggs in that section to spawn the platforms, then we'll make our way back. You can just keep sweeping around, grabbing notes here. Now there it's a combination between a Fire Egg and a Build Drill, so just be aware of that. You got this minigame here where you're just collecting like the snowflakey things. And then when you're done, head out and hit the Jiggy switch. It's going to spawn a Jiggy all the way up there. The easiest way is just to jump up and then run through it. We got Mumbo here, so we're going to transform into an octopus and fall down into the water. There's a little honeycomb to grab there as well as some notes. The octopus can swim through this section here, so make your way through grabbing these notes that I'm grabbing. And there's Jiggy and a few more notes to get. The octopus can also go up there and then just return back to Mumbo. Next thing we're going to do is turn into the candle. So the candle can hit that TNT and get rid of it. Then we're going to turn into a tank. Now this is the tank that we've unlocked in this level. So you want to go through this door here. There's a Jinjo there to grab. And then you want to go through that little puzzle with the falling blocks. And out of the door there. That's all the tank will really do here. So we're going to turn back into Banjo and head out. This igloo has a little fishing game that you want to do. I think the big shadows are supposed to be good, so go for those. And in here, you want to build drill through there, and you might note this is where the Jinjo statue was before, so there's a Jiggy there for us to grab. And you can either lure those or use gold feathers to get them. But at any rate, we've got all the Jiggies now. And I would have missed one note there, so I just went back and grabbed it. That's the level 100%ed. So with that done, we've done all the normal levels. You can now shoot ice eggs into the fire to get rid of them here. And shoot ice eggs into this hole to open it up. But before we do that final area, we're going to get a honeycomb and we're going to get that last Jiggy. We're also going to go back into this level, which we didn't 100% before, and go back towards Mumbo. And we're actually going to turn into the tank. So with the tank, we can go through this door here and do another one of these little block puzzles to get a Jiggy. And then that's this level done, so we'll transform back into Banjo and head out. Alright, with that done, we're heading into Jiggy Wiggy to open up the last area of the game. This is just the final boss, essentially. So you want to go up here and shoot those ice eggs again into the hole there. That'll spawn a little shock spring pad for you to go up, and then we're into the Grunty fight. So, similar pattern as before, Grunty's going to chase you and then become vulnerable after a while. So there we go. And then you go up and take the quiz. Now the quiz is different each time. Sometimes there's mini games, sometimes there's like different questions. So just answer your best based on the knowledge you've accumulated so far. Get a Klungo fight and then another quiz. And then we have Grunty at the top of the tower. So Grunty will go vulnerable and you got to hit her, and then her little ghost thing will pop out, so then you got to hit that. So it's a bit to it. Now eventually when she gets down to 2 health, she'll turn into the ghost on its own, and you got to find the real one, so you just basically hit that. And then you've won the fight. So at this rate, you should have got 100% in the game. So that would be all the jiggies and notes and stuff. And that's going to be it for this video. So thank you so much for watching.